Gotta make sure the audio is right. Gotta make sure the audio is right. There we go. All right. So we're gonna try some live trading this morning, y'all. See what we can do. I know a lot of y'all have been asking for me to go live with the trading and whatnot. So we're gonna try that out. Let me make sure this volume is right. But tap in with me. We're gonna read that legal disclosure, that legal disclaimer that we normally read. Y'all know how that goes. I'm gonna move this up just to help me a little bit with my eyesight. All right. And TikTok, of course, is coming through with the uh all the notifications and whatnot. But thank y'all for tapping in. Tim Ross, I see you. What's up, Michael? But let's go ahead and read the disclosure, the disclaimer, right? So please note that the following is not legal advice and is provided for educational and informational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right. Is that a Ocean Pepe in this mug? Big shout out to Ocean Pepe. All right, so everybody, if you are in the live right now, go check out Ocean Pepe's page. Go check out their coin. They got a crypto coin, a crypto project. We tapped in last night. We did an impromptu, out of nowhere Q&A slash interview. So if you're just joining right now and you see Ocean Pepe in the audience in the chat, go check them out. All right, so let's get into the charts. Let's see. So I don't do live trading often, but it has been a request from the community that I start doing more live trading. And so, like I've been telling y'all, if you're new to my TikTok, my name is Curtis G, and I do options trading for beginners. So right now we are looking at SPY. I've been primarily trading SPY, scalping SPY. Like 90% of my trades are SPY scalps. And then the other 10% are swing trades on other tickers. But right now, I just got my eye on SPY. Now, I will say I'm expecting today to take a little bit longer for me to find a trade. I'm going to be a little bit more patient and conservative and not be as aggressive with my scalping strategy. I want to look for a real formation and a real setup to really look for. So, what we've got marked out right here on Trading View on the charts, we're looking at the 30-minute chart on SPY. You guys let me know if the music is too loud. I just want to have some vibes going on this morning. So if the music is too loud, just let me know in the comments. But right now, we're looking at the 30-minute chart on SPY. We marked out the pre-market high, and then we got the pre-market low. And then this blue line right here represents where the market opened up at. And those are my general levels that I use on a daily basis when I am scalping. In general, the strategy kind of works like this, right? Depending on where we close at the end of this first 30-minute candle, I'll use the next direction as my target. So for instance, if we close below where price opened at on the 30-minute, then I want to target the pre-market low. If we close above where price opened at, then I might want to target the pre-market high. But as we could already see, we've already went up above the pre-market high and we've got a lot of activity there. So we may have a flip at the 7 o'clock candle or the 10 o'clock candle if you're on the East Coast. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on? Yo, some chill one. Thank you for the follow. Big shout out to you. Hey, I see you right there. Thank you for following me. You guys run up the likes. We got 90 people already in for the morning. So we're just taking a look at the charts right now. Like I said, we're going to be really patient. We're going to be taking our time uh looking for a setup to get into. But this is the challenge about, at least for me, when it comes to trading live. I don't know how long it may take for my trade to come through. So we just got to be patient and take a look at things. But while we're in this first 30-minute candle, let's look at some of the other tickers that we charted out last night on the live. So right now we're looking at Amazon, and Amazon is in this pricing channel. So this is the 30-minute chart, but if we go to the daily, we see that Amazon has been operating in this pricing channel. So what I would like to see is for Amazon to come down to this price, come right here, and then we want to run it back up with some calls. So let's see how we do. Let's see. We'll keep an eye on Amazon and we will see how we do. Hey, hey. Stay fitted. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. Just a reminder, my name is Curtis G. I do options trading for beginners. Nothing fancy, nothing over the top, nothing crazy like that. And for the most part, I usually just scalp SPY 90% of the time. But a lot of y'all in my audience on TikTok, a lot of y'all have requested that I do live trading. So this is my attempt to get better, get out of my comfort zone to do more live trading. So I want to show y'all what that looks like for me. All right, Veronica Flores, what's up? I appreciate you coming through. She's asking about thoughts on Exxon. I see you, Fritz. I appreciate that follow. We've got 13 minutes left on this candle, this first 30-minute candle. But in the meantime, for Miss Veronica Flores, let's go take a look at Exxon. It has been an extremely long time since I've charted Exxon. I can't even remember the last time I've traded it. But you guys always know whenever I'm looking at a chart that I haven't checked out in a while, I'll refresh the chart, I'll remove all my drawings, my indicators, things like that. And then what I'll do is I'll start off at the daily time frame and then work my way down, mainly because I'm more of a scalper than I am a swing trader. All right, so here's Exxon. Looks like it had a crazy drop. What is going on here? And of course, computer's acting just a little bit gnarly. Let me go ahead and turn off some of these things like this, like this. It's amazing, like on your trading journey, how many things you'll change, the way you'll pivot, the way your trading style will change. All right, looks like we still got the wedge maker on. Let's turn that off. All right, so we're looking to look at Exxon right now for Miss Veronica Flores. This is the 30-minute chart. We do want to go to the daily. Looks like we got a bearish continuation. I really like seeing this gap that was closed yesterday. So that helps me to think that we're going to continue to have a bearish move to the downside. And this may serve as a little area for support. So we'll zoom out a little bit. And what I would want to do is, and Veronica, let me know if you follow me, if you're tapped in. And by follow, I mean just understand what my rationale is. First, let me remove all the drawings here. Hold on. All right. So I see just a little bit of a support and resistance zone right in here. So we're right about there. All right. And this is just a rough eyeball. And we can see already, right? Price is starting to bounce off of this as it comes into this zone. But I do think just at a quick glance, Veronica, looking at this chart on the daily chart for Exxon, we're going to continue to have a bearish move to the downside. Looks like we came up to the top and we're starting to have a little crescendo right here. And then we'll continue to move down. But now what I like to do is, this is the very start. So what I like to do is we can draw like an initial trend line like that. And then I like to move down to the 30-minute. Boom. Just to tighten up my chart. Boom. All right, let's turn back on the extended hours. Ooh, it looks like we just missed it. That would have been a nice entry right there, Veronica. Hold on. This would have been a nice entry for puts, just coming right off of that line to the downside. That would have been beautiful. So yeah, we're coming into this kind of support and resistance zone, Veronica. I definitely would rock with that for puts. I don't want to chase it though. I don't want to have FOMO, but that would have been nice. I think we'll continue to have some bearish momentum to the downside. All right. Big shout out to Veronica. I think she found a nice wholesome play right there for Exxon, especially if you don't mind getting in right now. We kind of missed the initial move for the day, but I will be looking to get into that for puts. Now, Veronica, let me know. Are you already in puts? Are you already bearish? How are you looking to play Exxon? And like I said, Veronica, since you're engaging with me or anybody who's tapped in, Ocean Pepe, everybody, just let me know if that music is too distracting, if it's too loud. DeAndre 41510, thank you so much. Andre, I see you. Look at that, pushing deep into the support zone. All right, Vinku, it's been a minute. Thanks for coming through. I always feel like I'm not pronouncing your screen name or your username correctly, but I look at it as Vinku, like the beginning of Vancouver. Nice. Big shout out, Veronica. All right. Now, I'm a very conservative trader. So I don't want to sway your trading strategy. All I say is if you're trading options and you've got multiple contracts, don't hesitate to take a couple off the table to secure some profits. But at the same time, don't let me sway you. I'm really happy you're in profit. I'm stoked out for you. All right. So right now, you guys, I am playing this wedding playlist. Me and my girl are about to get married in a couple weeks. She created a wedding playlist for us for the wedding, and so I've been listening to all these different songs just to get a vibe. She actually put together a pretty super dope playlist, so I'm stoked out. A So if you're just rocking with me, if you're just joining, my name is Curtis G. I do options trading for beginners. Now today's slightly different. I usually don't do live trading. A lot of my followers have asked for me to start doing live trading, and so that's what we're taking a look at. Now I want to give you a few disclaimers if you're new to my live. First off, I'm in California. So if you see certain timestamps on my screen, whether it's a screenshot or you're looking at my chart, just remember that I'm on West Coast trading time. So what that means is the market opens up for me at 6:30 a.m. and it closes at 1 p.m. The next thing to understand for everybody is I do have a full-time job. I'm not a full-time trader. I'm trying to work to get to there, but at any moment I may need to dip off for work to make sure I handle my bread and butter and my main responsibilities. But I'm trying the best that I can to give more to the community, to all of y'all that support me. I know a lot of you have been asking me for to do more live trading, so I'm doing my best at that. So we've got about 8 minutes left, or less than 7 minutes left on this first 30-minute candle of the day. We want to give a big shout out again to Veronica Flores, who peeped out ExxonMobil that appears to be starting this initial downward daily trend. As we see, we charted out this support and resistance zone. Price is bouncing off of this resistance or support zone that we charted out. So hopefully, Miss Veronica, you take a few contracts off the table to get your profit. And big shout out to Hunter Fulcher. Hunter, how are you doing, my guy? It's been a minute. Let me know in the chat how have you been. Tap in with me. All right, all right. Let's see what we got popping. You guys run up the likes for your boy. Run up the likes for me. Braided by Denon or Deanne. Thank you for coming through. Teckle, I see you. Hey, Gabriel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, my guy. We're just doing a live trade. So I'm going to tell y'all for sure. I mainly scalp spy. That's my main approach is to scalp spy. So I'm being a bit patient. I'm being very patient today. I'm hoping that today allows for the chart to develop so I can show y'all what I'm looking for, so I can show you the play before I get into it. My main approach, just to give the new options traders out there a bit of like a heads up, or if you want to take some notes, right? I'll be looking for contracts in the money or as close to the money that I can afford with about $1,000, right? So I trade with about 1,000 on a daily basis. So whatever I can make work with 1,000, as close to the money or in the money that I can get, that's what I'll be trading. And so we're just looking for things to pop out. All right, is that AJ5563? Yo, my guy, thank you for the follow. I see DeAndre. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. And if you don't mind, just kind of run up the likes for your boy. All right. All right. So it looks like Beach Bum 327 says, how many cons do you get at a time? So let's go take a look. Let's go take a look right now, you guys. So like I said, my average trade is about 1,000. Now I use about $1,000 to get as many cons in the money as I can. Let's go take a look. Can y'all hear the music? Let me know if the music is too loud, if it's a distraction. Is that Kimmy Cow? Kimmy KLW? Kimmy, what's up? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Tap in with me. Tap in with me, Kimmy. I appreciate you coming through the live and showing me a little love. Now, we just had a question in the chat about how many cons do I get at a time. So to give you guys my overall structure, on average, I trade with about 1,000. And then however many contracts I could buy or get in the money at that time, that'll determine how many contracts I get. It usually ranges between 3 and 5. Let me log in right quick. So we're logging in, and let's just see. I just want to give an example right quick. Let's give an example just to show y'all. That's how I'm doing this past week on my trading. So I made just under 270 bucks this past week on trading. Like I said, I'm a very conservative trader. I usually aim when I'm doing scalping for 5 to 10% profits. But let's go take a look and let's go find SPY. Yo, Kimmy, thank you so much. Just got the #1 gifter badge. I'll be tapping in with you. I always like to show reciprocity and show love to those of y'all that show me love. All right, let's look at the options chain. My bad, y'all. Try to shrink this down so it could fit in. Okay, so let me see who it was that asked for Beach Bum 327. If you're still in the chat, drop a one. I want to show you typically what I'm looking for. So here we go. We got the share price for SPY is at 571.39 right now. And so what I would do is with my trading capital, I will be looking to get, let me move this over. I will be looking for the 571 strike price currently at $1.20, and I would get as many contracts as I could before I pass the $1,000 threshold. Excuse me. So if I click on this, let's add. All right, we got this over here. So I think that's about 6 contracts, maybe a little bit more. So if I was to enter a trade right now, I would get 8 contracts. That's what I would do. If I was to enter right now, I would get 8 contracts. Anything that's under 1,000, because I trade with it about $1,000. Now I want to give y'all a little bit more background, right? The reason why I trade with 1,000 is because I think you can see it over here. Does it have my buying power? So you guys see that my buying power is $1,100. And typically what I like to do is trade with per trade. So each individual trade, I like to trade with 1/10 of my total account capital. So my total account capital right now is $1,100. So if we divide that by 10, we're talking about a little more than $1,000 per trade. So I got to be careful using these money amounts because TikTok will restrict me. But I just wanted to give you an example, Beach Bum, of how many contracts I get. So with roughly 1,000, I go to as far into the money as I can, which is way down here. And then I buy as many contracts as I can afford. All right. All right. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Let's see if we can get to 1K on those likes, y'all. All right, let's go back to the chart. So we're starting off pretty strong and bullish on this first candle. Now, normally what I would be doing, right? We got less than a minute left on this first bullish candle for SPY, this first 30-minute candle. I may be interested in taking calls to the upside, but this candle is starting to form somewhat, not quite, but somewhat of a shooter, right? So a shooter is basically an inverted hammer, right? So and I had a feeling today was gonna look like this a little bit. And my higher self, my intuition was telling me not to jump into a trade as aggressively as I normally do. So I'm gonna just wait until a real strong setup comes through for me. All right, Sparkle, thank you for the follow. Dang, big shout out to Trex Flexing. Says too late. I'm in and out of calls. 5K on calls right away. That's what's up. So big shout out to Trex Flexing. They were in on it. They knew to take calls right when the market opened up on SPY. They made 5K. Now Shug the Don. I haven't entered a trade yet. So I haven't entered a trade. Looks like we got a little gap that formed right here. So let's see how long it takes for SPY to close this gap. We got a little bit of a gap that's coming through. And let's see how long it takes for SPY to close the gap right there. Shug the Don, thank you for the follow, my guy. Trex Flexing, big shout out to you for taking your profits and securing profits. All right. So I will admit to you all that this is a little different for me. I'm not used to live trading. I'm not used to like actively watching the charts, letting y'all know what's going on through my mind. Big shout out to Veronica Flores, who was in here earlier and gave us a play on ExxonMobil to take these puts. It looked like she was already in puts here. Kimmy, thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. I'll be tapping in with you, Kimmy. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Frisky Frey, thank you for the follow. Of course, Beach Bum. Of course, of course. Whatever I can do to give value. That's what's up. Hey, Chowser says, pay attention, bruh. It's a little different. It's a little different. Like I said, I normally don't trade live. So you guys are seeing what I like to see or seeing, how I'm just watching the charts right now. Appreciate the likes. Thank y'all. That means so much to me that you guys are rocking with me this morning. All right, let me turn the music down. I think somebody had indicated that the music was just a little too loud. Like I said, if you're just joining right now, me and my girl are about to get married in a couple weeks, and she put together this pretty dope wedding playlist. So I'm going through some of the songs. She wanted to get my feedback on them. I think it's pretty dope. All right. Oh, Chowsers are saying, nah, not you, man. The guy in the chat. All right, I appreciate that. You on? Thank you for the follow. Uh, Simply Different TV. What app do you use? So for my charting, the app that we see in front of us right now is called Trading View. So this app right here is called Trading View. And then for my trades, I use Robinhood, but I'm making my way over to Webull. As you guys can see, if you look at the bottom of my screen, that's the symbol on the right hand side where the mouse is moving. That's the symbol for Trading View. They have a mobile app, a desktop app, and a web app. And then right next to it, you guys can see that I have Thinkorswim. And then over here in the middle or towards the left hand side, I have Webull. So I have Webull, Thinkorswim. I trade on those periodically. I need to force myself to get out of my comfort zone, but I primarily trade on Robinhood. So I'll show you guys. Let me open up the Discord so I can show you all. All right. Hold on, hold on. Hey, of course, the Discord is going to take a while to load up. Still got some bullish energy on SPY. All right, Joseph, I see you. Thanks for coming through. 17V, thanks for coming through. Thomas Murphy, Tony, what's going on? Simply Different says, thank you. Of course, of course. Yeah, so this is Trading View. And I just want to show you guys, I like to show proof. I like to show, things like that. Uh, so here's my Discord. I have a channel that shows all my trades, and then you guys could see that I primarily trade on Robinhood. And then each week I put my trading confirmations. There's Robinhood, Robinhood. I do mainly scalping. 90% of the time I do scalping. You guys can see when I get stopped out, when I take losses, things like that. And then, like I said, each week at the end of the week, I put my trading confirmations in here for everybody to verify. But if you don't, you know what I mean? I also put them out publicly. So if you go to my Twitter, you can get all of my trading confirmations as well. So if you guys wanted to see my kind of trading progress or P&L or status or whatever the heck you're looking for, if you go over to Twitter and you look for my username right here at the Curtis G24, that's me. You guys will see all of my screenshots as well. So I put them all publicly for anybody to check out on my Twitter, everything like that. So, like I said, all my trading confirmations, everything's on there on my Twitter if you guys wanted to see. And I also put my long term portfolio. All right, so let's get back to the charts. Let's see how we're doing. We got ExxonMobil. Big shout out to Veronica Flores again. We got ExxonMobil down here. That's in the support and resistance zone that we drew out. And then I mainly was looking at Amazon. So what I'm waiting for, it will be nice for Amazon to come down just a little bit further. Like I said, we charted out on the daily chart this pricing channel on Amazon, right? So Amazon has been in this pricing channel for a few days now. As you guys can see, this is the daily chart. After I draw it out on the daily chart, then I come down to the 30-minute and I just kind of tighten it up a bit. So all I'm waiting for really is hopefully for Amazon to come down here on this touch point. That would be nice. But it may cause, to wait for something so specific, pardon me, it may cause for the trade to be missed. But that's essentially what I'm looking for right there. So we'll see how this goes. So mainly I got my eyes on Amazon to enter calls to the upside. And then we're taking a look at SPY to see what kind of setup will come through. Now, one of the main strategies that I like to trade is a bullish engulfing that occurs above the previous day high. So if we go back, we can see we're already above the previous day high. We could have already taken some calls to the upside with this bullish momentum. So we may have kind of missed an opportunity, but that's no reason to force a trade. Remember, we don't want to have FOMO. All right. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Chowsers. He said, yo, dude, you actually do good teaching or just talking on live trading first time I've seen. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I Berserker. Thank you for the follow. Oh no, I didn't mean to send an invitation. My bad. I didn't mean to send an invitation. I was just trying to. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to give a shout out to people who are giving me follows. So I appreciate that. But my bad. If I just sent you an invitation, you can disregard that. All right, Dinky time. Thanks for coming through. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Tony, thank you for the follow. And Bab is saying Nvidia to 90. All right, Anthony Gilmore, I see you. Thanks for the follow, my guy. Thank you so much. All right, we might have missed some of this bullish move we could have got into for SPY right here, but it's all good. It's better not to have FOMO, right? It's better to not be in a trade that you were wishing you could get out of. All right. We had this downward trend from last night's live. If you're on my live last night, we plotted out this downward trend on Microsoft. And essentially, what I would have been looking for was this touch point, right? Right here to go ahead and take push to the downside. But we want to see and make sure there's some more bearish confirmation. Anthony Gilmore, appreciate that follow. Denise, 19 trillion, or is that devise 19 trillion. Thank you for the follow. Looking good, feeling good. Thanks for coming through. All right. I just want to see if Amazon could come back down here to this area. That would be nice. If Amazon comes back down here, I'll be entering trades calls to the upside. All right. So we're rocking it. We're rocking it. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for sharing the live. We got a celebrity in the building. Big shout out to Q Ma Dukes. We have got a celebrity in the building. Q Ma Dukes is in here. So, like I said, we're just kind of either waiting for one of our setups to present themselves on SPY, which may take some time. So, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Or the closest thing that we're at is for Amazon to come down a little bit. If Amazon could just come down a little bit down into this area, I'll be looking to take some calls to the upside. We're looking at the 30-minute chart. So if you're just joining the live, what we did was last night, we charted out this upward pricing channel on the daily chart that Amazon has been on. And then I like to drop down to the 30-minute just to tighten it up, the charting. And so we see that we've got a lot of touch points, right? We've got Amazon kind of coming down here and coming up, coming back down and coming up. It comes and touches again and comes up. So I just want to see if we can get one more touch point so we can enter in calls to the upside. Let's see what happens. Hey, hey. All right, all right. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see how we rock with it today. And that is the name of the game. Just being patient. We don't want to force any trades. Can y'all hear the music? Is it too loud? Like I said, I've said this a few times, but I'm playing a little bit of music this morning. Me and my girl are about to get married in a couple weeks. She put together a really dope wedding playlist, so I'm really tapping in, just checking out the vibe. She wanted me to give the feedback on what I thought, and so far this playlist is pretty fire. All right. Simply Different TV says another question. What is the smallest amount you can trade? So that really, really does vary. Simply Different, right? So let's say we're talking specifically about options contracts because that's what my live is about. It's about options contracts. And so for the most part, I like to trade what's in the money, right? So what's in the money here, we have SPY is currently at 571.62. And this contract that's in the money is $130. So at a minimum, I would need 130 bucks to take this trade, but I don't necessarily need to take that one. I could take this one that's slightly out of the money for 74 bucks. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea, but it really, really does range. It depends on what ticker symbol you're trading, how far out of the money, when's your expiration date. But if you were just asking me based off of my daily strategy, right? Because for the most part, I scalp SPY on a daily. And so if I wanted to get into a trade that fits my criterion at a minimum, I would need about 130 bucks right now. All right, device 19 trillion. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Got that got that Keisha Cole in the background singing. Let's see. I need a little something, something. Play that Aaliyah right quick. Just gotta have patience. Just being a little patient right now. 17 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Yo, Annette, thank you for coming through. All right, let's see who our top viewers are. Let's show some love. Ocean Pepe is still in the building. A big shout out to my guy. Like I said, last night we had an impromptu interview and Q&A with Ocean Pepe. So go check out their crypto coin. We got G Money in the building. Thank you for rocking with me. Frisky Frey, I see you. Deborah Skinner. I don't think I'd give you any love or any acknowledgement yet. So thank you for coming through. Hey, y'all, it's me, Ma. I see you. Who that Bo in the building? Griffin Anderson and Seth Webster, 717. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Hey, hey. Let me know if the music is too loud. I don't want it to be a little too crazy. Hi. Hey, hey. Big shout out to Q Dukes. We got the vibes. Hey. All right, all right. Let's see how we're doing. Amazon's probably not going to come down with SPY continue to have this bullish move, this bullish sentiment. I would really like to see Amazon come on down here. Let's go to the options chain to see what contracts we would trade for Amazon. Now, Amazon's a little bit different because they only have weeklies. So if you're new to options trading, right, there are a lot of ticker symbols or companies that have expiration dates on Fridays. So that's kind of like the downside because with SPY, you can get a daily expiration and you kind of save on your premium. And your premium is basically how much you're paying per contract. The further out the expiration date is on your contracts, the more expensive the premium is going to be. So let's go over here and see what Amazon options are looking like. So as we can see here, right? All of these different expiration dates are on Fridays. So the further you go out into the future, the more expensive the contracts are going to be. But we'll look for a Friday expiration in the money. And then the next thing I want to look for is, what are the spreads like? I don't like the spreads to be too wide on the contracts. So if we wanted to get in the money right here on Amazon, it would cost us about 210 bucks for calls right now. But if we click on this, let's see what the spread is looking like. Not too bad. I usually like the spread to be $5 or less. So we're right in there, right where we need to be. Man. All right. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me this morning. Let's just take a look. Since Ocean Pepe's in the building, I think Ocean Pepe is still on the live. We were looking at Tesla last night. And we were originally looking at the weekly chart. Now, currently, this is the daily. And what we charted out on the weekly was this area of support and resistance right here in orange. So we're thinking that Tesla may come up here before we have somewhat of a pullback. All right, let's show a little love to young Dolph. All right, all right. If you're still rocking with me, drop a one in the chat. If you're still rocking with me, drop a one in the chat. All right. Let's see. Uh, Sal, thanks for coming through. I see you. Hey, 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 y'all. K. Thank you, Mima. Beach Bum, Qma Dukes. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just wanted to check the temperature with the chat, with the audience. And we're just being very patient today. We're not going to force any trades. Normally, I would have been a bit more aggressive with my scalping. Maybe would have scalped some of this bullish move to the upside on SPY and been done. But like I said a few times, a lot of y'all have requested that I do live trading. So I needed to get in here ahead of time just to kind of give you guys the ability to see my rationale, see how I look at the charts and things like that. So I sent her to law school. Yo, Reg 9871, thanks for coming through. All right, Veronica, if you're still in here, are you still in your puts on Exxon? Seems like price is starting to sputter out a little bit on this 30-minute candle in this support and resistance zone. Preach. Hey, hey. Man, maybe needed to take that opportunity right there on Amazon to get those calls to the upside. Addicted to hustling, man. I can't stop. Won't stop. Hey. All right. A little less than 10 minutes left on this candle. And that's the name of the game today. We're just being patient. We're just being patient right now, waiting for a play to present itself. Preach. 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 All right. All right. Let's see how we do. Might think to scalp some puts to the downside on SPY, but it also seems like it's using the pre-market high as a little bit of support, which would kind of also coincide with is that I think this was in the after hours. Yeah, let's see how we doing. All right. Some of these wedding playlist songs are kind of catching me off guard right now on the live. Ricky Boykin, thank you for coming through. At the same, I picture perfect. Paint a perfect picture. All right, user 727-246-930-4771. Thank you for coming through. We're just vibing to a little bit of music right now as we wait for one of our plays to come through for SPY or Amazon. Those are the main two tickers that we're looking at, is SPY and Amazon. It would be nice for Amazon to come down here to the bottom of this pricing channel and then to take calls to the upside. But let's see how we're doing. Let's see how we do. I'm losing my. And this is not turning out to be a strong hammer the way that I would. I mean, not a hammer, but a shooter. It would be nice if this was a strong bearish shooter, but it's all good. A G Money says 27% on SPY puts and I'm out. That's what's up, G Money. Big shout out to you. That's what I like to see. Taking profits and dipping out. Take your profits and go. No reason to overstay your welcome in a trade. I like that. Big shout out to G Money. And I can make you famous. I a let's see if Amazon will come down for you, boy. Now we did have somebody in the audience that was in ExxonMobil puts. That was Miss Veronica Flores. She said she was up a little bit of money, so hopefully she took some profits off the table. Release me to the streets. We did see that Microsoft was on this daily. So we plotted out this daily downward trend on Microsoft, but it did come down into the support and resistance zone. So it may try to break the trend with this support and come back up. All right, let's look at Tesla. We're doing your job every day. All right, let's see how we're doing. We're trying to do a. They wonder how I live. Thank y'all for the follow. See if we can get that to stay. Lord. All right. Tesla with a push down. Death row. Just gotta be patient. So if you're still rocking with me on the live, we're just being patient. A couple of the main moves that we're looking for right now is for Amazon to come back down a little bit so we can enter calls to the upside. And then we want to see a setup on SPY, which would be nice. I wish this would have been a nice, strong shooter. That would have been good. But the candle body is too far in the middle of these wicks for me. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, all right. Okay, let's see who's rocking with us in here. Gotta show some love to the top viewers in the building. G Money, Deborah Skinner. I see you, Mima. Dynasty like Dynasty. Hey, thank you for rocking with me. Dynasty, if you're still in the building. And SEB. So just looking for a potential trade. Look at this drop on SPY, Lord. My other plug. I'm in the mall. My daughter in flip flops. Hey, all right, all right. Just waiting for a setup. So we got 2 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Now, it may take a little time, but one thing I would like to see happen is if we end about right here on this bearish candle, right? If this candle ends looking like this and the next candle turns out to be a bullish engulfing that happens above this previous day high, then we want to take calls to the upside. That's what we're looking for. Thank you for the likes. Q Von Dukes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, yep, yep. And it's possible that we might not take any trades today. So that's one thing to be aware of too. When you're trading, you only want to find your setups, your number one setups. Don't force a trade. That's part of what's going to help you build your capital, especially if you have a smaller account, is allowing yourself just to be patient. You don't have to take every trade. I know some of them seem very tempting. I know it may seem like you're missing out. We've got people in the chat that have made a lot of money. Somebody had already reported in the chat that, or in the live, in the audience, in the comments, we have somebody say they made 5K. Somebody's already made $200. Another person in G Money, big shout out to him, said that he made 27%, and that's okay. You applaud other people as they get to their bag and you wait for your bag to come to you. That's all you got to do is just wait for your bag to come to you. All right, all right. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Few people rocking with me. I know, I know. For y'all that are still rocking with me, I appreciate you. It's one of those days where we just got to be patient with the charts. We just got to see how things rock out. Something is, I'm kind of getting this notion right now. I need to check out. Let's go back out and do some more top down analysis of just going pretty long with my calls for Amazon, right? I just don't want something crazy to happen. This appears to be like a little support and resistance zone. I might get some calls on Amazon that expire like later on towards the end of the year or something like that. This appears to be a support and resistance zone right here, though. Let's see. So, what I'm looking at on the daily chart, we see how price came up here, got some resistance and came down. Price came up here, got some resistance and then came down. Price came up in here, got resistance and came down. And then finally we broke through. It kind of used it as a little bit of support, but it wasn't that strong. Then we came back through. Price came up in here and came down. And so if you're new to trading, just remember, make a note that support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. So I'm kind of thinking possibly getting some calls further out into the future for SPY. I mean, not for SPY, but for Amazon. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm really strongly considering that. Maybe using this area as a stop loss too. So we want to just look for some tunes, man. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Now, what I would like to see is a nice bullish engulfing right here on SPY. Nice little bullish engulfing. Let's see how we do. Yo, Stacy now is in the building. I think it's been a minute, Stacy. Thank you for coming through. Just looking for a couple of plays. You want to look for some more bullish confirmation before taking calls on SPY right here. And then what we want to do as well is we're watching Amazon, and I'm really considering. I would just like to see price come down into this area before taking calls really up to the upside. Just hit 3K. I think 3K. We got to thank Hey Y'all, it's Mima. She brought us across the 3K threshold. Her and Stacy now, I think they gave some likes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. King yours. Ooh, man, that Tesla was looking good right here for a potential bullish engulfing, but it wasn't above the previous day high. That would have been nice to look for too. All right, all right. Slow morning this morning. Looks like those first two candles of the day might have been the moves. And let's just see. I'll give it a few more minutes. I don't want to. And see, this is the thing about trying to trade live. This is why I'm so. One of the reasons why I'm so reluctant to get on and trade live is because you just kind of sitting waiting around. Just kind of sitting waiting around. Let me see some right quick. Let's see. All right. Wave Runner says, Curtis, are you trading MBLY? Nah, wasn't on the radar at all. Wasn't even looking for it. Let me bring up a chart. All right, MBLY. Let's go take a look. All right. Oh, that's what we wanted to look for. My bad, Wave Runner. You were asking about MBLY. Tell me about it. All right, currently looking at ticker symbol MBLY from Wave Runner in the chat. That's ticker symbol MBLY. That is Mary, brother, Larry, yellow. All right, currently trading at about 1271. I like to do somewhat of a top-down analysis, starting off with the daily chart. Looks like it's forming a pennant, little triangle coming through. So we're looking for a strong breakout that's either going to happen to the downside. There is a gap down here that needs to be closed, or we might have a spike to the upside as this price continues to tighten up and consolidate right here. Tell me what it do. So I will chart out this gap that needs to be closed. So we're looking at the daily chart. We got a gap right there. I like to do the gaps in white. All right, so we got a gap to the downside that needs to be closed. And we are forming a little bit of a triangle. It's a little rough triangle there. So yeah, we're about to see a breakout, either a push to the downside or a push to the upside with MBLY. Wave Runner was saying that it was trading around $30 before the sell-off. All right. Best streamer clips. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. JD wants to take a look at QQQ. That's a good one. That's a good one. QQQ should be looking like SPY. And we are waiting for a bullish setup on SPY. Let's see. CGen001. I see you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. Oof. QQQ. Now, big shout out to who was that? JD. Because what I would like to see is for this candle right here on the Qs to be a bullish engulfing. We're on the 30-minute chart that happens above the previous day high. And that would be a signal for me to take calls. That would be a signal for me right there to take calls. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how we do. Strong move, strong moves. Big shout out. Big shout out to JD. Yeah. I was looking for something similar right here to happen on SPY as well. So what I've noticed is, and that's one of my favorite trading strategies to trade, which is a bullish engulfing that occurs above the previous day high. That usually gives us a signal that we're going to have at least a little bit more bullish momentum. So as a scalper, it'll put a few dollars in your pocket. You're not going to make the most money scalping it, but it is a nice setup that I like to watch for. So big shout out to JD. Let's see how this turns out. And we'll see how this goes. We'll rock together for the next 20 minutes. I'm not going to keep y'all here all day. I know there's a few of y'all that have come through for me. All right, Wave Runner said, thanks, Curtis. I went all in on MBLY. So are you bullish? Are you long? Or did you go short or bearish? I don't know if they have options on it, but which way did you go with the Wave Runner? All right, JD says, what about Intel? All right, Wave Runner is long on WB. All right, let's kind of pay attention. Let's see. All right. Let's see how we do. So we're in kind of like this little triangle right here. All right, Intel. I think I haven't charted Intel in months. I think last time I charted Intel was probably like 5 months ago. We got into some swing trades in the Discord, and there you go. What is going on here? Why did I? Oh snap! All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. Looks like the phone is struggling right now. Phone might just let me put the charger on it. There we go. Yo, what's going on, Ever? All right, so JD was talking about Intel, who's running up crazy bullish right now. Man, it would have been nice to have been in some of that already. Crazy bullish on Intel. We are crazy bullish on the Intel. Ooh, I don't even know where the next point of resistance may be, but it looks like Intel is about to have a crazy bullish run right now. Crazy bullish run is about to happen on Intel. Wave Runner says Intel looks like it busted through 24. Got on at 23.20. Should I sell? Says JD. You bought shares, it sounds like. Did you have your profit target? That's what it's about. I can't necessarily tell you, my guy. I'm not trying to, be cliche or be dismissive or anything, but what was your trading plan? What was your profit target? All I gotta say is, if you hit your profit target, go ahead and sell. There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you want to take a screenshot, go ahead and sell. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking some profits out the table. So I don't know if you bought contracts or shares, but just take a little bit off. That way, you secured something, right? So, if I was up right now $100 or $1,000, maybe I might want to take 20% off the table just to, make myself feel a little good. All right, so you're in calls, JD says. He's in calls. Yeah, I mean, for me, man, I'm very conservative, bro. I'm super conservative with my trading, so I wouldn't hesitate to take some profits off the table if I was doing good. Just double check to see how those Intel spreads were. I feel like the last time I traded, it was either Intel or what's the other one? It was Intel and I forget, but one of those, the spreads on the contracts kind of jammed me up. But yo, Jen, what's going on? Thanks for the greeting. I see you. Mm. All right, all right. Jen says, "What's the move now?" So, Jen, we are currently looking for Amazon to come down to this area in the pricing channel before we take calls to the upside. We see that for a while now, Amazon has been operating in this pricing channel. So, I would just like to see for the price to come on down here before I go long with some calls. And then on SPY or the QQQs, what we were hoping for that this candle would have been a bullish engulfing, which would have been a good confirmation to go ahead and take calls to the upside. But it looks like we've got 16 minutes left, so anything can happen on this candle. But it looks like we got a little bit of a retracement or a push down on SPY right now. Hey, I hate how like it looks like it's kind of like what's the name on the how it looks kind of what's name on this. Whoa, right. Rising, rising redo or rising red. Do you think Nvidia can dip down today? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Let me move myself up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. All right, we'll be right there. That still isn't enough. Let's go take a look at NVDA. Big shout out to y'all that's rocking with me. I appreciate it. Jay Martin, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. See, it ain't even doesn't make a difference. I might as well just go like that. All right. I know Nvidia has some crazy bullish pump news, so they might be still running on momentum right now. JD, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, DeSal real estate agent. Am I pronouncing that correct? Is it DeSal? DeSal? All right, so we looked at Nvidia yesterday. We're now starting this upward trend on the daily chart. We were doing this downward trend, but it broke the trend, so now we're back bullish. I definitely think Nvidia is going to continue to move up until we get into some resistance up here, as we saw that it was a bit choppy on the daily chart. All right. The first one is perfect. So I think it's DeSal. I think that's what I said first. So rising. If you're still in the chat right now, we were looking at NVIDIA. We did some charting yesterday. We had this initial downward trend on the daily chart, but we broke the trend. Now we're moving up to the upside. And I think at a minimum for today, we're going to come up into this area. Can't predict the future. Can't predict the future, but we're going to come up into this area. We're going to come up into this area before we get some resistance. That's my opinion. Looks like we had like a double bottom too on the daily. Crazy double bottom if you would have saw that. Yeah. So the main plays for anybody who's interested on what I'm looking for, the main plays I'm looking for is for Amazon to come down here before going. I might even swing trade it. I might even swing trade Amazon instead of scalping it. I might get some calls that expire in a couple of weeks. And then if price could just come down here into this area one more time, take some calls to the upside. Other than that, just looking for SPY to have some direction, but we're kind of choppy, kind of trading sideways right now. All right. Thank you, Jim, for the thumbs up. Just to kind of give you some insights on what I'm looking at. And look at freaking Intel with the crazy boost up. Crazy on the chart for Intel. Jen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. All right, Jose Martinez, what's going on? What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all, it's me and Mal. Thank you for running up those likes for us. Appreciate that. All right, like I said, I'm not going to keep y'all. I tried to do the best that I could to do some live trading. I know a lot of y'all have been asking for it as opposed to me doing my trading reviews after I do a trade. But there are some responsibilities that I do need to handle. So we'll rock with until the next candle pops up. And then I might just land the plane on the live, but I'm hoping to be able to get into a trade live with y'all. For sure, Wave Runner, for sure. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this more and more. I'm going to get better at it, get out of my comfort zone. I know it gives a lot more value to people when I'm doing it live as opposed to just doing a trading recap. So I'm going to start conditioning myself to do that more and more. Thank you for the likes. Almost at 4K on those likes. Let me see who our top viewers are so I can show some love. All right. All right. There's Visions in the building. We got DeSal, the real estate agent. We got Broward Bark. I believe it's pronounced Malia. We got Afia Tahir. Afia, what's going on? King Tut, I see you. Big shout out to you. Big Double G. We got Sebastian Gomez. We got Don Burgess. We got Nolan Wall. We got Zavi. We got Akuma. And we also got user 327-404-1455-9906. Michael Breen, what's going on? Yo, Torta, I see you. We got Fidelina, Fidelini, Fidelina Cabral. All right. Fidelina, if you're in the chat, drop a one for me. Let me know how we pronounce your name. Sal's 10, Usamaj, Sound Here Creator Network, Brian Reynolds, Enrique Figueroa, David. All right. We got Rev Arthur Nurse, Just for Laughs. We got Donnie Blessed. We got user 914-616-589-2251. I want to show some love to all of y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. All right, we got a question. What's your bias for the day? I try not to have a bias. I know it sounds cheesy or cliche. I try to just respond and react to what the market is doing. Now, I will tell you what I would like to happen is for Amazon. So we're looking at Amazon's 30-minute chart. And what we charted out is that Amazon has been in this pricing channel. Let me go back to the daily chart to show us all. So if we look at the daily chart for Amazon, let's kind of straighten this up. We see that it's been in this pricing channel for a little while now, right? We see it bounce up, hit the top, bounce down, hit the bottom, bounce up, come up, boom, bow, boom, bow. So what I would like to see is for Amazon to come on down a little bit more to the bottom of this pricing channel before taking calls to the upside. So that's one thing that I'm looking for, not necessarily a bias, but that would be what I would approach it as. And then we're just looking for some strong direction right here on SPY. Probably the same thing with QQQs. So we shall see. We shall see. Let's see what happens. But we got a little less than 10 minutes to go on this candle. And I'm not going to bore y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. I just wanted to tap in, go live, see if I could have an opportunity or a setup for a live trade. I've said this a few times, but if you're just joining, I know a lot of you have asked for me to do live trading as opposed to just doing a trade recap after my trade is done. So, and the name of the game today, so far, the vibe and the energy with the first hour and a half, first 2 hours of the market being open is don't force a trade. Don't feel like we have FOMO. We had a lot of people in the audience today that have already got their bag. They've already made their money. And we don't want to allow that to force us. We salute them. We applaud those people. If you already got your bag for the day, a big shout out to you. If you haven't taken a trade yet today, don't feel like you have FOMO. Don't let that sink in. Don't force a trade. Don't chase a trade. Wait for your setup to present itself, and then you go ahead and strike. Basically, wait for the money to come to you. So we got an issue here. All right. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see how we're doing. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Curtis, Wave Runner says, Curtis, what order of charts do you usually daily 30, 15? Yeah, just about that. I usually do this. I start off with a top down from the daily because I'm more of a scalper slash day trader, right? I do swing trading about 10% of the time, but 90% of the time it's either a day trade or a swing trade. I mean, a day trade or a scalp. Let me say that over. So 90% of the time, it's usually a day trade or a scalp. The other 10%, I'm looking for a swing trade. But I usually start off with a daily, then I work my way down to the 30-minute, and then I go to the 7. That's one of my favorite ones to trade to is the 7-minute time frame, which is what we currently see right here on SPY. I like that 7-minute chart as well. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Kelly Diaz, thanks for coming through. I see you. All right. All right. So we're just rocking out together for a little bit for these next 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Let's see how we do. Amazon out here just trying to mess around for a second. But it's all about being patient, right? It's all about being patient. Let's see how we do. What's going on? What's going on? Let's go. Let's go. All right, bro, man, 27. Thanks for coming through. Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop in the building. I see you. What's going on, Spike? Roy Diller 201. What's up? Thanks for coming through. All right, just looking for something. Price action is just a little lackluster. We're almost at 4K on those likes. Let's run those up. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Any news today? I should have probably checked that. We got any economic reports coming out? Let's see. All right. Let's see if we got any economic charts coming through. It is Wednesday, September 25th. We got new home sales that already came out at 7. And then we got one of the Federal Reserve governors speaking at 4 p.m. or 1 o'clock when the market closes. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Life flipped upside down. We were chatting last night. Life flipped upside down. Did we come to an option play agreement? Not yet. So life flipped upside down. What we were looking for is for Amazon to come back down into this area so that we can take some calls. I'm even thinking about swing trading them because Amazon has been operating in this pricing channel for a little while now. And then the next thing we were looking for was hopefully that we would have a bullish engulfing on SPY because one of my favorite setups to trade is a bullish engulfing that happens above the previous day high, but it's not quite looking like we're going to get that. So just being patient. We don't want to chase after any trades. We just want to let the money come to us. Let's see. Yo, James JG, thanks for coming through. Life flipped upside down. I think it will hit your bottom trend line. Are we talking about Amazon? My bad. It is Wednesday. Options are cheaper Wednesdays, correct? I guess you could typically say that, right? Because on Mondays we have that, pouring in of money into the market when the market opens up for the week. So there's a lot of volatility. Premiums are a little bit higher on the beginning of the week on Mondays. And then on Fridays, we have people selling off to capture profits going into the weekend, right? So I could see if we eliminate Mondays and Fridays, we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday left. And so I could see Wednesday being a cheaper day for options. JD says everything moving slow right now. That's for sure. Life flips upside down. That's what I've heard. Just riskier. Yep, yep. Of course, JD said it perfectly. We just gotta wait and see. That's for sure. We just gotta wait and see. No reason to force anything. There's no reason to force nothing. We could just be patient. And like I said, be patient. Let the money come to you. I How are we rocking? How are we rocking? A few minutes left in this candle right now. A few minutes left in this candle. Let's see how we're doing. Peaceful Nurse, thank you for coming through. The One Music is it Jay Hagee? Davey, I see you. Thanks for popping up. Thanks for coming through. Alex, what's going on? Romeo Rips, thank y'all for just rocking with your boy. Even if you only stopped through the live for a couple of moments, I appreciate it. Brianna Nicole, High Vibrations BTR, what's up? What's up? We got 2 minutes left on this candle being open right now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All the stress on my brain, right? Apex Advisors, Tyler. What's going on, Tyler? We got a minute and a half left on this candle. I was hoping for something a bit more directional, but we're just a little chopped up right now. It's all right. We could be patient. And if the music is too loud, y'all let me know. I try to find that happy balance between my voice, the music not being too crazy. Bumping that nip hustle right now. Don't take days off. Life flipped upside down said, I forgot about Genius. Is that a ticker symbol? Are you talking about Genius, like the lyric website? All right, Mr. OTM Hefe. I'm assuming OTM means out of the money. Pascal, what's going on? Genius stock should have been the play. Oh, snap. Yesterday. And then that's the key thing too, right? One of the things that's really helped me out is really getting down on setting up my alerts and trading view. There was one day, it was a kind of like a slow morning, a slow day like this. I wasn't seeing any plays, and I was about to get up, close the charts, and go do something else. And then I got an alert from TradingView for some things that I set up for Verizon. And all I put on my Verizon alert was take puts right now. And I hopped in those puts, made a little money, and then I bounced. So to your point, life flips upside down. If your trading software, trading view, or whatever you use allows you to have some alerts that'll send you a push notification to your phone or an app or something like that, definitely that's the key thing right there is to use those push notifications. Hey, so another lesson for us, another reminder for us, right? As me and life flipped upside down, talk about it. One thing you definitely want to do is use or get very thorough with your alerts. And TradingView is really good at that. Set up your alerts so that way you're not having to watch the charts all day. If price moves into an area or triggers what you're looking for, you don't have to just sit in front of the charts. You can wait for that alert to come through. You can wait for that alert to come through, just like how I did. Hop in those puts, make your money and go. John Baca, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. Your boy Juan, Luis Alberto, 422. John Baca, thank you for running up those likes. I appreciate it, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've been live for like an hour and a half. We're just being patient. But like I said, I didn't want to bore y'all. I know a lot of y'all in my audience have been asking for me to go live when I do my trade. So I've been doing that a little bit more and more. I'm going to start making that the standard that I just trade live. But right now, the market is moving sideways a little bit, a little slow, a little choppy. And so I do have some things that I do need to take care of. I'm gonna hop off the live, but for everybody who rock with me today, I just want to give you a big shout out, a big thank you, and thank you for showing me so much love. I appreciate y'all. We'll tap in soon. And of course, in the meantime, in between time, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on one of my videos or send me a DM or anything like that, and I'll tap in with y'all. All right, peace.